Guys, we shouldn't leave. It's not safe.
Are you crazy? It's safer out there than it is in this haunted lodge.
Amelia, just come back inside and we will all figure this out, okay?
There is no way I'm going back in there.
Amelia, look at me. Everything is okay. If something did happen, I will always protect you.
I can't believe them! What's going on between those two?
Who?
Elias fawning all over poor Amelia. I mean, she's only just shown up and she already can't handle it.
You have to admit, this would look pretty nuts if you walked in.
I mean, I thought Elias was my friend too. But after all we've gone through, he's barely even looked at me.
Julia,
Seriously, what does he see in her?
come on, man. This doesn't sound like you. You and Amelia have been best friends, like, forever.
I know something's going on between them, Mason.
Hey, just stop a minute, okay? We've seen some pretty crazy stuff in the last few hours. Just don't think too much about things right now, okay?
I was looking so much forward to seeing Elias again, Mason, and they've shown up and they're different.
You know, from their perspective, they just walked into a house of crazy people.
No, they are different. I shouldn't have left them alone together. I should have told Elias how I felt about him, and now it's too late.
About him?
I need some air. This house, it feels like it's crushing me.
Juliet!
Leave her be for a while. They are together, you know.
Pretty hard not to see. Elias's brain seems to stop working whenever she is around.
I was hoping Juliet wouldn't find out until after our trip.
Yeah. Man, these love triangles, if I wanted advice, I wouldn't have chose me.
Well, you've been in enough of them.
Don't remind me. With all the stuff that's happening here, I think I still prefer it to what I'm going to have to go back to.
Is Emily still stalking you?
Well, I've got to give the girl credit. When she sets her mind to something, she doesn't stop.
How's Sophie taking it?
Actually, she and Emily had a long talk just before I left.
Sounds like progress. So, does that mean everything's okay between them now?
Between them? Yes.
And you?
Well, they kind of decided. I've come up into the mountains to meet a secret girlfriend, so they've teamed up, actually.
Whoa.
Sophie keeps sending me photos with my name on them of bugs she squashed. Actually, the last one was of a dead mouse her cat brought in the other day. She wrote that she decided to call it Mason.
That is definitely more messed up than your story about my missing eye.
Don't you remember anything?
No. I keep thinking of a lake and this kind of shadowy, faceless figure. Like a really real dream. And I remember hearing something in the basement.
Seriously, do you think we all imagined you being hurt?
No. I just don't know what to think.
But what if it was like a premonition of something that will happen for real?
I can't think like that right now.
But Amelia...
Isaac, I pick up on things. And I know, if we stay in this house, one of us or maybe all of us are going to end up dead.
That's pretty dramatic. Amelia, nobody's going to die. Julie, please come over here and reassure Amelia. She's determined to leave.
Well, she's a smart one, Elias. Maybe she's right. Is that what you see in her?
What?
I'm no fool either, Elias. But maybe you'll never get to know that about me.
Juliet?
Juliet, what are you doing?
I need to get away. I can't stand being here a second longer.
You can't just walk off! Where are you going to go, for God's sake? All the exits are blocked off!
What do you mean blocked off?
Juliet and I had to find an exit to get Shalisa out of here because of what happened to her eye. But every single possibility was just not there.
This is crazy.
Guys, we are not getting anywhere with this! Everyone come back inside and we will figure this out.
I told you, I need to be alone.
Juliet, please don't go far.
But we can't just leave Juliet out there, it's dark.
You guys go back in. I'll get her.
Get back soon, okay?
Dear Diary, October the 2nd, 1959. The day I bought this glorious lodge, it was possibly the best day of my life. Or at least, that's what I thought. I moved in with my fiancé, Horace. I could not have asked for anyone else. He was the man for me. A week after we had settled in, I noticed a small lump on my stomach. Horace and I went to the doctor's, hoping it was what we thought it was. The doctor carefully placed his hand on my stomach. My husband, sweating, I couldn't tell what he was thinking. He squeezed my hand tightly as we waited for the doctor to respond. Suddenly, the two words that we had been looking for sprung into our ears. "You're pregnant." We jumped around with joy in our hearts. We were going to be a family.
Oh dear, I hope I'm in time. So long to get here. So many things that need doing. Poor children. It could be too late. Children, wake up! There is no time! Hurry and awake! You must come away!
Hello, madame. Can I help you?
Oh, good. Very good. Yes. Oh gosh, I am so happy to see you. And are you okay? Is everyone with you?
How did you get here?
Well, I walked, of course. What an odd question. Can you see that I walked? Why do you ask this?
It's just when we... Oh, don't worry.
Isaac! Is that Juliet?
Oh, Juliet, Mason. No, they're not back.
You are not all here. Don't you understand? You're in danger. None of you should be here. But even worse, not to be all together. You don't understand, do you? They find you when you're alone. That's when they can come for you.
Isaac? No, they're not in their rooms or anywhere in the house.
Friends of ours. They went out last night.
I am sorry to interrupt, but I really must come in.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Please come in.
Oh no. Oh, so many poor children.
We're not exactly kids, madame?
You will call me Minette. No titles, please. And well, pardon if I say so, but you are indeed all little infants. So silly to be here, so happy and so ignorant of the cruel world you have entered.
Minette, what do you mean?
You are not here by accident. This is no mistake. This has been arranged. And you have been silly, silly children. You have not questioned why. You have not thought. How am I here? Why are we here?
Hold on. My parents bought this place. We had enough of Paris, of running a restaurant. This is their dream.
Is it really? Is it your dream? You are the boy Isaac, yes? You sense things, don't you? You have instinct. Did you want to come here? You knew something was wrong, but what?
Well...
Why did they buy this place? Who did they buy it from?
Well, I don't know, but from someone who was selling.
Isaac, do you know how much your parents got for their restaurant? After all their debts were paid, they had nothing. How could they pay for this?
That's a lie. That restaurant was probably worth $1 million or more.
Yes, the restaurant was worth maybe even more. But business was bad, yes? Less and less people coming, staff leaving. The health inspectors after the food poisoning 2 years ago. Roadworks blocking the streets for months. Your parents, they were ruined, and selling the restaurant saved them. And yet, here you are, a roof over your head, in this big house. Do you know how much they paid for it?
How could you know what they paid?
Oh, because I arranged the sale, you silly boy.
They didn't buy the house from you. I saw the agent.
Yes, I was not the face they saw, but I was the one who arranged everything. You are here because of me, and that is why I am here. Something has happened, something terrible, and I have to stop what is going to happen next.
Come on, this house has got to be worth...
500.
Yeah, 500,000.
No, they paid 500. Only 500. I made a story. A dear old man, living by himself his entire life, married to the beauty of nature all around, cared for as he lay dying by a young lady from the village. And as his final wish, spoken with the last breaths he had on this mortal earth, his desire to grant this house to the owners of a restaurant he had once dined at in Paris, who had shown him kindness. Your parents of course, have seen so many come through that they would not remember such a person. And so for 500, the cost of the contract and nothing more.
I told you your dad had a secret.
Who was this old man?
Who was this old man? Fool! All of you stupid! There was no benevolent old man. You have met the people who have sold this house to you. Do you know? I will tell you something. Do you know what the cause of the ruin of your parents' business was? Do you know why they were forced to sell? And why? Oh, what a miracle! They had to take the only offer they could to move here.
Who?
For the moment, she goes by the name Antoinette. She has waited years for your parents' restaurant. A bad review here, a bribe for a city official there, a tip to the health inspector, a job offer to your best chef. She drove your parents' business into the ground, and then gave them the only offer they could accept to move here.
But why?
Isaac, you have grown up since you were a baby next to something very, very powerful. Something not quite there, not quite able to be touched or used. But over time, you have made it real. It's like a bit of a doorway to another place, but a dark, dark place.
Isaac? Are you okay?
Isaac?
You feel it here too, don't you? Something that is partly here but partly not, and you're helping it to form. She wants you here. This is what she wants. With the connections you will create between worlds, she will destroy.
Isaac, what's she talking about?
Juliet and Mason, thank goodness! There's no one here. Mason? Juliet?
Too soon, too soon! It is a warning. Not enough time to finish. But I must go. You must find your friends and leave. When the doorway is formed, you have no idea. Ah, my little flower, but I can see you have already felt a taste of its evil, of its power. How is your eye, my dear? You must leave. Perhaps it will next be your leg or your head, and maybe it could become a little gift for an evil spirit to play with like a puppet. My dear little girl, would you really like such a thing? I urge you, leave!
What was that?
Elias, what did I tell you? Even the freaky woman is telling us to go.